I'm really pleased to welcome to the show Albin Serviant, who is the CEO of MXP4. Hi, Albin. Welcome to Digital Music Trends. It's great to have you on. Thanks for coming.
Hi, good morning.
Would you like to start by explaining what MXP4 is in a nutshell?
MXP4 is a new audio solution which has been developed by a Paris-based company. And MXP4 is about giving the possibility to a consumer not only to play the music, but play with it.
And you have a really interesting background. You have worked for the media giant Vivendi, but also have worked for a lot of startups such as MusicWave and iBazaar. What made you decide to jump ship and join MXP4?
Well, it's about the challenge. It's about the challenge itself. I had the opportunity to work with Gilles Babinet, the founder of MusicWave, back in 2003.
Yeah.
And it was, as you know, a great challenge working for MusicWave for 5 years.
Sure.
And from the beginning, when I started to work in '92, my first job was about being involved in the creation of the first subsidiary of PepsiCo, which is not a startup,
Yeah.
But it was based in France. And it was about the music, by the way, because I used to work on the marketing program around Michael Jackson in '92
Okay.
during the Dangerous World Tour.
Yeah.
Then I started with my career by working with PepsiCo, by working with Sony Music and Michael Jackson at this time.
Yeah.
And then I had the opportunity to work for Sony Music in '99. And then after it's about working with MusicWave, and I had the opportunity to work again for a startup, which is one of my passions. Then that's why I joined this project. Very exciting.
Yeah, definitely. And MXP4 integrates both audio and video elements. Was visual content always part of the plan for the company, or did you start with just audio?
Well, the founders of the company back in 2007 were thinking about, a kind of new format about MP3 being interactive and integrating some audio elements, video elements, images, production notes, lyrics, etc., etc. Then, that from the beginning, we had this vision about providing something interactive, premium, something people can play with. But from the beginning, I mean, the first vision was about, developing a new format. I would say that now, in 2009, I mean, we are much more pragmatic, as you can imagine. And it's much more about providing a solution, an interactive solution, audio solution for, game editors, digital advertising agencies, brands, digital distribution platform, or catalog owners.
Yeah, sure. And MXP4 puts a lot of emphasis on remixing. Is that part of the process sort of commissioned by the artist that have the source of the tracks, or is the public contributing as well on that?
Well, it's a mix, I would say.
Yeah.
But a little bit of background on this one. For sure, I mean, MXP4, the content, I would say, is based on the following elements. I mean, we know that we have some decay of old models right now.
Yeah.
The music is growingly accessible. We have increasing consumer, empowerment outside.
Yeah.
We have lots of fan artist direct interaction more and more. Remix culture is a new art form.
Sure.
And it has been so for a few years now, and it's growing all the more so now. And we have also a growing audience playing on its own, like, with the Guitar Hero, the Rock Band, the DG Hero, etc. Then that's a major driver, I think, in the market. Then I would say, to answer your question, it's a mix.
Yeah, sure. And what's the best way for people to enjoy, do you think, the MXP4 format? I mean, I think you have a widget on your website. Is that the way that you think is going to be the best way to...
well, short-term, I think it's, short-term music streaming, it is something which is, very easy to use. Then that's the first expression of what MXP4 can deliver.
Yeah.
It can be throughout a website, a widget. It could be, a It could be an application that you can download of your PC. It could be an iPhone app. That's something we are developing right now for some artists.
Oh, cool.
But the best way to access the content right now is about the widget we've developed for artists such as, David Guetta, with Kelly Rowland, Basement Jaxx, Laru, SR, Dev Stewart, Lily Allen. That's the best way. Yeah. And maybe you have played with the widget, but you must understand that it's not about targeting people who know how to remix with a classic sequencer or any remix software.
Yeah,
it's about allowing mass audience to play with the music. It's not about remixing for pro.
Yeah,
it's about you and me being able to play with separate tracks of a song.
Yeah,
mixing your arranging your own version of your preferred song, like muting the synthesizer, the drums to have an acoustic version of a song.
Yeah,
and being able to bookmark it and share it with friends. It's really mass audience driven. It's not about targeting the pro remixers outside.
Yeah, sure. And do you think? Are you looking at making deals directly with labels at this point, or do you prefer to keep working with individual artists at the moment?
Well, short term, as you know, the company has been created 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Then when I joined the project back in Jan, I said, okay, we need some artist adoption now. We need to demonstrate how MXP4 can help the market.
Sure.
And we need some big names, to demonstrate and to give a showcase to the technology. And this is why short term we have approached directly the artist I've mentioned before. That's for sure, just to demonstrate how MXP4 can be powerful.
Sure.
But I think the next step is about approaching the big ones, the indies to strike some kind of deals on the catalog, etc. That's something we are considering for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And
but it's not it's not only about working with the labels. It's also about working with some game editors.
Yeah,
because for sure there are ways for MXP4 to allow to improve the gaming experience.
Oh, sure.
It's about to adapt the gameplay to the music. Let's say you don't have you have only one life available. Yeah. You are in the middle of a war, then the music may be more dramatic.
Yeah.
While when you have 5 lives, available left, and the music could be more, cool. I would
calm.
say.
Yeah. It's sure. I mean, it's a great way of trying to improve the gamer's experience to just make the music change with the game.
Yeah, we are also discussing, with online advertising agencies and brands. There are lots of brands outside looking after cool, viral music promotions.
Yeah.
And we do believe that our solution may help some brands outside. And we are discussing with some brands for some promotion to be, implemented, rolled out by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And as far as the digital distribution platforms are concerned,
yeah.
The question is about the next step. We got some figures, about how strong premium packages are, as far as outselling classic bundle. It's like on iTunes when you have this bundle at €12.99 versus €9.99 for a classic package.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time, the premium bundle outsells the classic one. Look at U2 on iTunes. Then I would say that the vision, it's not short term. Okay, we need to discuss with this platform. It takes time, etc. But for sure, there is a kind of there is an opportunity here to provide to help develop, produce some premium, interactive, playful content for digital platforms.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that the company's got a lot going for it because you also managed to secure some new funding quite recently, and that's can't be easy in this recession. So I'm sure that your investors are supporting what you're trying to do.
For sure, it was a good news since back in Jan this year to get additional funding from Sofinova and Ventec, given the economic context.
Sure.
But it's about the music. The company was created 2 years ago. It's not a lot given the opportunity. and it's all about the vision itself on MXP4. As you know, I mean, what we have in mind is about the fact that the music experience can be enriched by engaging consumer on a more, I would say, personal and more complete level. And this is why we are really saying, the question is about, okay, why just play your music when you can play with it? It's a good way to provide more, engagement between artists and fans. And for sure, we know that there is some business here. Yeah, I paid €300, 2 tickets, €300 for Michael Jackson concert in London for the 27th of July. Well, I'm a fan. This is why I paid. And that's it.
And I was wondering, last thing to conclude, is there an artist or a couple of artists that you think have worked with MXP4 and really understood the essence of the format that people that are listening to this podcast should go and check out?
Yeah, I mean, for those being online right now, I think, the list is about, La Rue. I don't know the spelling in the UK. It's about Basement Jacks. David Guetta, we are in direct contact with the management. Esser, ESSER, it has been pushed online yesterday night. We have Dev Stewart on board.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Since yesterday, also you can browse his official website. And also, if you really Helen CD, you will be able to remix all the I think she's got 12 tracks on her album. And thanks to MXP4 and a partnership we've struck with Open Disc, which is also a company working for the music industry, we are proposing to end consumer to remix all the songs of Lily Allen.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Well, thank you very much. And hopefully we can speak again in a year or so and see how things are going.
It will be a pleasure.
And now the extra questions regarding Apple's rumored album format and MXP4's deal with Motown for Michael Jackson's material. The Dutch site hi-fi.nl recently likened the new rumored interactive album service in the works for Apple to what MXP4 is doing. What do you think of that? Do you think there is kind of a similarity between the two things?
Well, I mean, the vision around the MXP4 project is really about, reinventing the single and the album experience by introducing, some interactive element within the music playback experience. Yeah. And that's really what we have tried to achieve during the last 6 months, with artists such as, Basement Jacks, Esser. And on the short term, the announcement we've done with Motown around the back catalog of Michael Jackson. The idea is really to allow fans to, with the singles, be able to mix all the tracks, rediscover the songs, the lyrics on the fly, being able to mute the song so that you can even record your own version. And remix all the remixes of the song. That's really this idea of being, really interactive and reinventing the album experience, having something more, emotional than the pure digital MP3 format.
Yeah, that's because the important thing is to focus on the definition of interactivity as well. Because I was listening to a podcast of, I don't know if you know it, it's CNET's Buzz Out Loud. Mm-hmm. And basically, they were saying that some formats that people want to try and push out don't actually, it's only a way of playing around with the album, but it's not actually interactive. Mm-hmm. But what you're trying to do is actually having the user creating something new out of the product that you're given, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we are getting, the raw materials from the label, the manager, etc. For example, we are getting the separate tracks on the Michael Jackson back catalog. And it means that for the fans, it means that you can, mute all the instruments, play the voice, plus the guitar, cover something acoustic.
Yeah.
No, that's the idea, and having something very personal, something that you can customize and then share with friends. That's what we call interactivity.
And then naturally, like the latest announcement on the Michael Jackson's material is a really good a new deal that you've managed to get. And is it like a long-term partnership that?
Well, we started the discussion early this year, back in February, with Motown Universal. Well, that's a first deal for sure. And there are lots of other artists we are going to announce pretty soon. That we have already signed with, Basement Jaxx, La Roux in the UK, Esser also, which is a really good and hot emerging artist. A little bit later today, I'm sure that we'll have the Pet Shop Boys online too. Yeah. We have Dave Stewart. Then, that's one of the first announcements, and we are speeding up the process to roll out the technology, the solutions, and for us it's very encouraging. And the Apple announcement, to be honest, saying that they are discussing with the labels about working around the future of digital albums, for us again is good news. We have something available on the table now.